Hey everybody, welcome back to Jordan Samuel Skin Talks. I have to say, I think this is going to be the last Jordan Samuel Skin... Settle. Listen, let me finish. I could already see you getting, saying something. The last Jordan Samuel Skin Talks in Seattle in this apartment. I am moving to Manhattan with my husband, which has been in the works for years now. It was supposed to happen in June, obviously for obvious reasons did not. So now it is happening end of August, beginning of September. We are very excited. Granted, it is only 2 in the afternoon here. So if you do hear the daycare outside with the children screaming, apologies. Anyway, but so because it's the last one in this place, we have a martini. Cheers to you. Okay, so as per usual, dry vodka martini with a brand of vodka I discovered in Napa Valley, Sonoma, Hanson Distillery. Delicious vodka. This is the cucumber infused one. And then I got this trick from Elizabeth Minchili, who I follow on Instagram. And there's a dill pickle in here, and I swear to God, it's so delicious. I didn't put any of the juice, but just the pickle itself is in here. It's delicious. She prefers gin, which I also prefer gin, but right now we're doing vodka. But anyway, cheers again. All right, so I've been wanting to do this video for a long time. I hope you will like it. So I always talk about the products and how to use the products, and of course that's the most important. But Jordan Samuel Skin is truly a passion project. You know, there's nothing about the branding or the names or the label that isn't a part of me. Obviously it's my first and middle name. Obviously, I'm a former professional ballet dancer. Obviously, I'm a current esthetician facialist. Obviously, I'm Italian American for the Italian collection products, and very into the Italian culture and country and people and language and food and wine and you name it. And you know, even with the packaging too, the black and white packaging and the logo was a really intense project I did with our brand designer. And the black and white comes from Balanchine's black and white ballets, which are abstract ballets. And it was all about the movement and not about a story and not about fluff and not about all these extras. And that's how I feel about the skincare brand. It's really getting you that skin reset, if you will. Getting you back to really strong basics, but with really great ingredients, peptides, retinols, antioxidants, humectants, etc. And also the logo has an Art Deco 60s, 70s feeling to it, and that was sort of the heyday, I would say the golden age of ballet in America. And that's when Balanchine's ballets were really starting to take on a shape of their own. Obviously he's choreographed well before then. So I wanted to talk about the inspiration behind each product. I thought that'd be fun and really go one by one. So we've spent time talking about what's in the products, what they do and how to use them. And now I want to talk about the inspiration behind each product, both in the core line and then the Italian collection as well. And obviously there's going to be more products to come, so we will add to this list. But I just thought it would be fun, and fun is the last video in this place in Seattle, which has been actually at this table right here in this apartment, has been where many of these products were actually thought of or created or finalized. Yeah, so a little sentimental, but fun. So we'll cheers and have another sip. So let's start where it all began, shall we? And I'm gonna go in order of like cleansers, mists, serums, oils, moisturizers, and then I'll probably do the Italian collection all together separately. I'm not gonna mix those in to the core collection, just so it all makes a little bit of sense. Anyway, but don't worry, I'm not gonna try. The Aftershow Treatment Cleanser, which a lot of you may know by its former name, Plie, but it has now for years and years and years been the Aftershow Treatment Cleanser. So this was truly inspired by me working as a facialist, seeing a lot of my ballerina friends come in, and they would have used their makeup wipes or a cleanser, because this was not out yet, to remove their makeup after numerous shows and were wearing heavy stage makeup. And to the naked eye, it looked like their makeup was removed. And they would come in and I would use a product that was another brand, not my own, again, with a towel, skin seemingly clean. Then I would do something called ultrasonic exfoliation. And that's where it's a little machine, like a dull looking spatula. It vibrates about 28,000 times per second. It's a great way to remove dead cells, especially on a surface sensitized, sensitive skin. It can help clear dirt and oil and grime out of pores. A lot of people use it for extractions too. But I did this on this one client, and you should wipe off, and it should be the color of the product you put on, which usually would be a clear gel of some sort. And mixed in with maybe a little bit of dead skin, which gives almost like a grayish undertone. But what was actually coming out of her pores in this one instance was makeup, stage makeup, and it was like straight up stage makeup. And so I talked to her about cleansing, I talked to her about oil cleansing, and I know a lot of ballerinas had been using oil cleansers, but I wanted to modernize oil cleansing. And there's this great gel to oil technology, which when this came out was like at the very beginning stages of people doing gel to oil cleansing. And so with this, you sort of have what I call a 3-part system. Obviously, you have the oils in it that you're gonna do dry hands, dry face, it's gonna break down the makeup. Then you have the really gentle emulsifiers, which is what turns it into that milky consistency, which lifts up the formula. And then you also have the fruit acids in the original one, and that is meant to get those dry, dead surface cells, which also might hold on to makeup. Obviously it's in a tube, not a jar, it's not a pump action, so it's really easy to travel with, it's not going to spill. And those were all factors for me in creating this first product to really truly remove your SPF, remove your makeup, stage makeup, regular makeup, street makeup, otherwise, you name it, got you covered. And that was the inspiration behind that. And I tested it out on ballet dancers and making sure I was removing all of their stage makeup before we came out with the formula. Separately, Aftershow Sensitive is very straightforward with inspiration for this one. I wanted to make sure that everybody out there could essentially have a Aftershow formula for themselves. And so with the Aftershow Sensitive, we kept what I consider to be the scaffolding of the product in the oil, the plant oils, and the gel to oil consistency. It's the same preservative system. We just switched out the extracts. So we took out that beautiful aroma, but that is built on citrus extracts, which can be sensitizing to some, out of this, as well as the fruit acids, and then just replaced it with the calming, soothing ingredients in extracts in the Aftershow Sensitive: green tea, calendula, chamomile, aloe, etc. But same exact reason for creating this, to remove that makeup, to remove that SPF correctly. Instead of going in with something highly foaming to just strip it away, I want it to melt it away, to keep the barrier healthy, to keep the skin plump and hydrated and juicy, and as Narita says, always keeping that slate nice and prepared for your next steps. So those were the Aftershow. Good God, after tea, but great, no spilling, no breaking, no pump action. As I throw it. Not planned, and now I'm gonna break something else. I don't know why I'm reaching all the way over there. It's not like you can see like what's going on here. The kids really need to hush it. Love you, but shh. Mama's having a martini. All right, the Matinee Gel Cleanser. So I obviously had a oil-based cleanser with the Aftershow, and I wanted to create a really gentle cleanser that was more of a second cleanse or a morning cleanse. Obviously the matinee, morning, or earlier in the day, afternoon. But for this, again, if you think about ballet in general, and then my skincare philosophy, they sort of meet hand in hand of like making really, in ballet, making really difficult things look easy and effortless. And with skincare, having that beautiful, healthy, vibrant glow that's not overworked, that's not overstimulated, that's not red, that's not irritated, but it's just pristine and glowing and beautiful. And that's what we try to accomplish in skincare and what we try to accomplish, obviously, in ballet. So with the Matinee, I wanted to get that water-soluble, easy to rinse gel cleanser. Obviously you can have that in the milk genre, but I wanted that in the gel genre, specifically for normal to oily combination sensitive skin types with the Matinee Gel Cleanser. A lot of other skin types and conditions love this, but that was sort of the primary inspiration and focus. So I wanted something that spread well, that felt nice and cooling on the skin, that rinsed easy, that didn't strip or dehydrate and left the skin just pleasant and calm and not feeling like you had to run to put on a moisturizer or run to do something else. And so that was the whole basis and inspiration for the Matinee Gel Cleanser. More to come from the Matinee line, just saying. Not now, settle please, but eventually. Okay, now you remember how I said I was gonna do things in order? I take that back real quick as I'm looking at, and it's not gonna be wildly out of order, but I want to make sure I am doing this right in terms of how I explain with the inspiration. So, next is best-selling Hydrate Facial Serum, which was technically the second product in the line. Bestseller since day one, I think is still at the top. What I wanted to accomplish with this. So this came out when the facial oil craze was so above and beyond, and everybody had a facial oil, and as you know, I love facial oils. I do think they're overdone, or overused, I should say, either amounts or just how people use them in their routines. So for me, I came with this with when I used to dance professionally. If I had a really hard ballet, even if I was completely cross-trained and hydrated, as you know, if the electrolytes aren't there, they're not holding the water in the system and you're sort of peeing it out, I would get crampy and irritated. And I used to put something in my water called Cell Food. And it was essentially, I think, like trace minerals, trace elements, a bunch of electrolytes to hold the water there. And whether it was placebo or not, I had better shows. I had more stamina, my muscles sort of recovered better. It was just something I really, you know, think about it as like a fancier Gatorade, if you will. But I wanted the same thing with Hydrate Facial Serum, and I didn't want it to just be a hyaluronic acid, which is why when people are like, what's the percentage of hyaluronic? Hyaluronic is in here and it's great, but that's not part of it. It's not the focus, is what I'm trying to say. It's part of the formula. So in here you've the aloe and the glycerin and the cucumber and the tamarind, and a little bit of vitamin C and the hyaluronic acid and the peptides and all those other things. And so this was meant sort of as an answer to the facial oil craze. And for people to be layering this under their facial oil or mixed in with. All inspired from my time as a dancer and getting those electrolytes in my body. And for this, it's getting those humectants and getting that water in the skin and in the cell. Obviously sealing it in later with something yummy, but that was the inspiration for Hydrate Facial Serum. Now the reason I did these out of order was because Hydrate Facial Serum came before Hydrate the Mist. But the inspiration for Hydrate the Mist was, a lot of people love facial mist. I love facial mist. Now granted, this can be a mist and a toner, and this is a step that people get confused with. A lot of toners you can simply put in a spray bag and have it be a mist. It's not gonna break your skin. You can mist a mist onto a cotton pad and have it be a toner. It's not gonna break your skin. They both work interchangeably. It's however you like to do it. The one thing I was seeing with a lot of hydrosols, which are great ingredients, but a lot of mist in general, was the evaporation process, further dehydrating the skin. Or a mist, you know, that should be a humectant-rich mist loaded with oils. And I didn't really want that either. I wanted this to be a true oil-free, humectant-rich, dew-inducing, glow-inducing, plumping, hydrating product. And so I was like, oh, I can take sort of the lead from Hydrate the Facial Serum and use some of the great ingredients in there. Cucumber, tamarind, passion flower, hyaluronic acid, and glycerin. And then add other goodies in here, which will be great, such as the red seaweed extract, the pomegranate extract. A lot of questions I get sometimes are sort of what's the difference, and it sounds silly to say, but it's truly one is a serum, one is a mist, in terms of like, that's how they operate, that's how you use them, that's the concentrations you're getting, etc., etc. But I've seen so many people miss their skin constantly and then constantly be dehydrated, and I wanted to fix that, and I really didn't see anything that was truly skin plumping. And a lot of people talk about the drenching effect of this. It does have a strong mist, so you only have to press down halfway and hold it far away, and I promise it'll be perfect. But that was the inspiration for this, and I really feel like we accomplished that well with Hydrate the Mist. Okay, now we're back on track with my out of orderness. It was only one switcheroo. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the newest, the Performance Eye Gel, which a lot of you have tried and loved, and it makes me so happy. So I am picky with eye products. As you know, I a lot of times use Hydrate Facial Serum and Performance Cream, and SPF is my eye product, which is totally okay to do if that is what you want. I wanted to create an eye product though, because the eyes do require some special care depending on what you're going for. Do you have discoloration? Do you have puffiness? Do you have severe dehydration? Which that area can get more affected than the rest of your skin. So while similar, it does require special care from time to time. That's where the Performance Eye Gel comes in. And so with this, I wanted to create fragrance-free, essential oil-free product, knowing mainly that the eyes can be extremely sensitive, and I wanted it to work for a majority of people. I prefer the way gels wear to creams and oils, and, especially around the eye area. They don't migrate up into the eye, creating more puffiness. They won't make the eye area look crepey. It wears really well under makeup. So this one was more of a technical creation where I wanted to focus specifically on all the ingredients that are known to be helpful for the eye area: the golden chamomile, the peptides, the 2 types of algae, glycerin, humectants, mica for that immediate look and radiant feel. Not feel, but look. Let's take another sip. And again, basing this off of, I'm skipping around again, but stay with. But as you can tell, the Performance family has certain things in common: antioxidant and peptides. So you have the green tea in here, you have the golden chamomile, which is a great flavonoid. You have the 2 types of algae, great antioxidants. You have the humectants, and you have the peptides. And so, anyway, you got the inspiration on this, but that is also part of the Performance family. So then going into the Performance cream, comparative to that, you have the green tea, you have the other antioxidants of olive leaf extract, and then you have the peptides plus the humectants. So that's what you're seeing of in the Performance family. But the Performance cream for me was, I wanted to create everyday active with peptide moisturizer that was really lightweight, so it could be buildable. If you were normal combination oily, this might be your one and done. If you were normal combination dehydrated, maybe this layered with Hydrate Facial Serum would be it for you. If you were normal dry, maybe this mixed with the Soothing Facial Oil would be great for you. If you were dry, maybe this is great for you in day, but not so much at night. But I wanted to create the Performance cream to be the sort of performance, the backbone of the line. Active rich moisturizer, but again, not high percentages of vitamin C or acids or retinols, but active with peptides, ingredients that are known to help to stimulate fibroblast cells, build that collagen in the skin, create firmness. You have the antioxidants in here as well. It wears really great on the skin. It wears really great under makeup. And again, that was the goal, is just to create this beautiful daily performance that can be buildable and can be choreographed in your skincare routine. So that was where the Performance cream's inspiration came from, was just creating that sort of lovely, beautiful moisturizer that most people can wear. Some people have to build it up. Some people have to wear it as is, which I know some people don't like, and they would want to find that one moisturizer that is perfect for them. But that is hard, because you're going through many different brands and many different products. And so with Performance cream, I just wanted that one product that could possibly work for a good amount of people. All right, now we're finishing the core line with the facial oils. Funny enough, I'm just saying this because they're right here and they're black and white together. But thinking like ballet-wise, black swan, white swan, which I guess you could sort of think soothing oil, serene and smooth, and black a little bit more like fiery and bitey with that retinol in there to really be a great active in your skincare routine. But the inspiration, I'll do these in the order they came out with. Well, technically this was originally a toile, which is now Soothing Facial Oil. It has had an upgrade of ingredients and everything, so it's really unfair to talk about this as a toile. But this was an answer to the facial oil craze, but I wanted something that just wasn't a facial oil. This one does have the soy bioflavonoids and the CoQ10, so it also has great antioxidants, great ingredients that can help to even tone, take down redness in the skin, calm irritation and inflammation. And because the brand is based on sort of resetting the skin, possibly coming off of those high actives, that's where I wanted to go with the soothing facial oil. But truly thinking of the white swan and that pristine and that serene and that sort of calm and just having the skin say, ah. And when I think about ballerinas where they don't want their skin overworked, they don't want it irritated and red and inflamed because it's not going to look great. You know, it's like the Glossier saying, skincare first. If the skin's not looking good, the makeup's not going to look good, especially under hot stage lights. So that's where the soothing facial oil came from. Then you have the Retinol Treatment Oil, which for me, people always say, why did you do retinol in an oil? Well, first and foremost, by nature, I guess is the way to say it, vitamin A is an oil, it's an oil-soluble vitamin. So it goes into oils lovely and easily. And yes, there's the way, especially great encapsulation in water-based products, and you will probably see water-based retinols from us in the future. Settle down. But initially I wanted to create, I'm somebody who's super sensitive and irritated. I love retinol. I understand its importance in skincare, but I understand the irritation, no pun intended, that people have from not being able to use it or not be able to use it as often as they would like. Irritation mentally, but irritation topically as well. So I wanted to create a gentle, low strength retinol formula in a unscented, essential oil free base. Have retinol be the star in the product, plant oils that are calming and soothing and hydrating, with no irritation factor, with a gentle retinol, pure retinol that will help speed up cell turnover, something that most people can eventually work up to every night. Not everybody, it still is a retinol product, it still packs a punch. I always consider this baby's first steps, but this was just for people to get acclimated to retinol, and I wasn't finding that on the market. Even products that were saying that they were gentle, I could use maybe once a week. And I wanted something that really was the gold standard for baby's first steps, gentle retinol, to try to get rid of side effects if possible, because remember, side effects does not mean it's working. Some people will have side effects, some won't. That doesn't mean you need to step it up, because the second you do, you might go into irritation territory. But this will help minimize any peeling, any irritation, any inflammation, any redness. Start slow and build up, but that was the inspiration behind coming out with the Retinol Treatment Oil. All right, so I feel like I'm gonna get cut off, so I might stop this for a second before we go. We just have 3 products left, which is the Italian collection. So we can like take a drink break for a second. And then I will press stop, and then we will come back and talk about the Italian collection. Alrighty, we're back. We're talking about the Italian collection. We've got our drinks, we're good. Okay, so the Italian collection, truly the entire line was inspired by the 3 weeks I spent in Italy 2 years ago now. I'd been to Italy before, I loved it, I couldn't wait to go back. And I went back for an extended period of time this time and fell in love with it, going back to Capri, going to Sicily for the first time. But I mean, seeing those lemon groves and the olive groves and having the most delicious limoncello, the most delicious wines, the most beautiful cup of espresso or cappuccino, you get the point. And I was like, these are all incredible ingredients or incredible aromas. This needs to be something. And I really wanted to do a body oil. And I was thinking like olive oil, such a great oil, especially for the body. It can be heavy on a lot of people's skin, so great for the body, but we cut it with squalane and grapeseed oil. Then we have the olive leaf extract in here, tomato extract, so great antioxidants. And we were toying around with what the aroma was going to be when I realized we had the perfect aroma already with the Aftershow treatment cleanser. It's so good. But that beautiful lemon, lime, tangerine, vanilla, mango. It's just like juicy citrus that's not too tart. Because of the mango and the vanilla, it has that softness to it, and I just absolutely adore this aroma and everything. The facial cleanser, and the body oil, and hopefully more in the future. But this was truly being in the Sicilian countryside, sipping on limoncello, looking at the olive groves, watching the beautiful olive oil be poured over a plate of pasta or pizza, and knowing that those ingredients are so good inside as they are outside. And that is what we wanted to accomplish with Olio Porio Corpo. And I know so many of you love this, and this is coming to the UK this fall. We don't have an exact date because, as you can imagine, a lot of things are delayed with COVID in terms of manufacturing and then getting it there. So hopefully October, late September, October, this will be there. Now this, I think I've straight up shown you, well actually I've shown you sort of a photo of both of these things together in terms of inspiration, but Granita de Cafe Body Scrub, which has won so many beauty awards, which I adore and am shocked by, because while I love this product, I love that other people love this product. But it was truly from having Granita de Cafe, coffee Granita in, I think it was actually in Napoli, and it was to die for. And I've used coffee scrubs before, but then you spend 20 minutes cleaning your bathtub afterwards and they can be a little bit too abrasive. So this is a sugar and salt-based scrub for the body, but we keep it really gentle so it's not too abrasive and scratching on the skin by putting it in this beautiful creamy base of mango butter and shea butter and sweet almond oil and coconut oil and vitamin E, and there's also astaxanthin and green tea extract, so great antioxidants. And if you're a coffee lover, you're gonna love the smell of this. If you're not a coffee lover, I don't think you're gonna love the smell of this. Obviously, it smells like a straight, I mean, I wish you could smell it. I just, all the time, stick my face in this. It's so delicious. It's just like fresh coffee beans or a fresh cup of espresso. It is so delicious. But I have a picture, I think somewhere on my Instagram, or probably in Italian Inspiration highlights on Instagram, of a glass of the most beautiful handmade Italian limoncello and Granita de Cafe out at a cafe in Italy, like on a hot summer night. It was just amazing. Amazing. So the newest addition, and the only facial product so far, and I say so far because I have about 2 or 3 others that I'm raring to go with in the Italian collection, so please bear with and be patient, but we're working on them, but is Zero Antioxidant Antioxidant Serum. So this came, there was sort of an inspiration and then the reality of my skin that created Zero Antioxidant. So again, with the oil and with the body scrub and everything, I was realizing like the Mediterranean, and as we know the Mediterranean diet, we're surrounded by antioxidants there. The resveratrol from red wine and from grapes, the grape seed extract, the olive leaf extract, the olive fruit extract, the olive oil, squalane, pomegranate, I'm missing things. Obviously grape seed oil, I missed that because I said grape seed extract, but grape seed oil, coffee seed oil. I mean, just these incredible, incredible antioxidant ingredients. So it's like, oh, we have to do that with a beautiful antioxidant serum. And then I was like, oh, we can really make a potent antioxidant serum that's a vitamin C alternative for people like myself who are topically very sensitive to vitamin C, specifically ascorbic acid. So this is based on the antioxidants of the Mediterranean plus green tea, because it's one of my most favorite antioxidants for sun damage, for inflammation and irritation, and even anti-acne. But so you have green tea and resveratrol and grapeseed, and pomegranate juice is actually in this, and olive fruit. So olive fruit and olive leaf, which, as you know, like the olive leaf, for instance, is in the performance cream. The olive fruit is in this. Some say the olive fruit has a little bit more antioxidant content than the olive leaf, but what they actually do have is they each have different things, different antioxidants. So I wanted to incorporate a different, more unique form of the olive plant in the antioxidant serum. But that was how the antioxidant serum, or Zero Antioxidant, was created. But that's just a little background. I mean, this video is gonna go long for my videos. It's probably pushing like 30 minutes now. But I thought it'd be fun to talk through all the products. I know that we hopefully have one other product launch coming for the end of the year, which I'm very excited about. And then we have 3 others very actively in the works, almost finished, which will hopefully come in 2022, and maybe one additional one as well. Possibly expanding into different sizes, updating and upgrading packaging whenever we can. But I want to thank you for being with me for all these years in Seattle for Jordan Samuel Skin Talks, and they're not going anywhere. We're just taking it on to New York City, and I can't wait to find my place, and hopefully I have a cute setup. Hopefully I have a halo, but I have a feeling I might not, just the way the place is. But I'm thinking to get some light. I'll be by the window, so we'll see. But we'll still be drinking together, I promise. But cheers to y'all. Thank you for a wonderful time in Seattle. Thank you to my clients in Seattle for the past decade. And thank you for watching. And thank you as always. I say this, I hope I say it enough. But without you, there's no Jordan Samuel Skin. I can't thank you enough for the support and the love and the feedback and the spreading the word, because as a small business, that's one of our biggest things, is spreading the word. We can do ads, we can do sponsored content, but the thing is, a real good word of mouth is the best thing. It means the most, and it is the best, because that's how people get to discover products and get to discover exactly what's right for them. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so, so much. Cheers to you. Here's to a new chapter for Jordan Samuel Skin, and for all of us, hopefully moving forward into a happy, healthy, and less locked down new year, which isn't a new year yet. I'm getting ahead of myself, but you know where I'm going with that. But anyway, mwah. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, from New York, bye.